Hello, and welcome to Global English Podcast, the show that makes learning English simple, fun, and practical. Today, we're diving into one of the quirkiest features of the English language, silent letters. Have you ever wondered why words like knife and thumb have letters we don't even pronounce? Stick with me, and I'll explain everything. What are silent letters? So, what are silent letters? They're letters in a word that are written but not pronounced. Think of them like background characters in a movie, important for the story but not always in the spotlight. For example, in the word knife, the K is silent. You don't say K-knife, you just say *knife. Silent letters can be confusing for learners, but they make English unique. And today, I'll help you understand them better. Common silent letters and examples. Now let's look at some common silent letters and examples. I'll also give you tips on how to pronounce these tricky words. Silent K. Let's start with the letter K. Whenever K comes before N at the beginning of a word, it's silent. For example, knife, knee, no. Listen carefully. Knife becomes knife. Knee becomes nay. No becomes no. A quick tip: if you see a word starting with KN, ignore the K when speaking. Silent B. Next, we have the silent B. It's often silent when it comes after M at the end of a word. Examples include comb, thumb, climb. Listen to this. Comb is pronounced comb. Thumb is pronounced thumb. Climb is pronounced climb. This one's easy to remember. Don't let the B trick you into overpronouncing. Silent H. Moving on to the letter H. It's silent in words like hour, honest, and ghost. For example, hour is pronounced our. Honest becomes honest. Ghost becomes ghost. Here's a fun fact: silent H often appears in words borrowed from French. Silent W. Now let's talk about the silent W. When W comes before R, it's silent. Examples: right, wrist, wrong. Here's how they sound. Right is pronounced right. Wrist becomes wrist. Wrong is wrong. Just skip the W entirely when speaking these words. Silent G. Finally, the letter G. It's silent when it comes before N. Examples: sign, design, na. Here's how they're pronounced. Sign is sign. Design is design. Na is na. A quick practice tip: focus on the second letter after the G when saying these words. Why do silent letters exist? Now, you might be wondering, why do silent letters even exist? Well, the answer lies in the history of the English language. English has borrowed words from many other languages, like French, Latin, and Old English. For example, the word night comes from Old English, where it was originally pronounced K-night. Over time, the K and GH sounds disappeared in speech, but the spelling stayed the same. These silent letters give us a glimpse into how English has evolved over the centuries. Practice challenge. Now, let's put your knowledge to the test with a fun practice challenge. I'll say a sentence, and your job is to identify the silent letters in the words I mention. Ready? Example 1. The knight knew the answer. Pause for a few seconds. Did you catch it? The silent letters are K in knight and knew. Example 2. She climbed the tall mountain. Pause for a few seconds. The silent letter here is being climbed. How did you do? If you got them right, give yourself a pat on the back. And if not, don't worry, keep practicing. That's all for today's episode on silent letters. We learned what they are, explored common examples like *knife, comb, right, and na, and even looked at why they exist. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow or subscribe to Global English Academy and share it with your friends who are learning English. And don't forget to tune in next time for more tips to improve your English skills. Until then, happy learning, and I'll see you soon.